You're the killer, not the hero! Take off that mask, you disgusting monster!
We're stepping into a Denver courtroom where a city's hero faced a reckoning. This is the story of Caleb Myers, the miracle man of Denver, and the day his lies burned to ash. On April 14th, an explosion tore through the 9th Avenue apartment complex in Denver. 17 lives were lost, dozens were injured, smoke choked the streets, and grief swallowed the city. From the rubble emerged Caleb Myers, ash-streaked. Carrying children to safety, he guided the elderly to ambulances. The press hailed him as the miracle man of Denver. Over $600,000 poured in from donations. Medals gleamed on his chest. His book soared. Some fans tattooed his name as a beacon of hope. But heroes can hide the darkest truths. The courtroom crackled with tension as Jasmine Cole rolled in, her eyes blazing. She was a survivor, now confined to a wheelchair. Judge Helen Carter, eyes sharp as a blade, leaned forward. "Ms. Cole, you're accusing this so-called hero of causing the explosion," she said. "You claim it took your legs and 17 lives. Why are you here?" Before Jasmine could answer, Caleb cut in, his voice dripping with contempt. "She's delusional, Your Honor," he sneered. "This woman's been disrupting my events for months. She's harassing me with her paranoid fantasies. She's obsessed, unstable." Jasmine's face flushed with fury. She shouted,
"You're the killer, not the hero! Take off that mask, you disgusting monster!"
The gallery gasped. Whispers erupted. Judge Carter slammed her gavel. "Enough," she barked. "Mr. Myers, you'll speak when I say so. Ms. Cole, control yourself and make your case." Jasmine's voice trembled with rage but held firm. "I saw him leaving the basement right before the explosion," she said. "He wasn't running. He wasn't scared. He walked away like he'd finished a job." Caleb leaned back with a smirk, his eyes cold as steel. He dared anyone to challenge his legend. Judge Carter's gaze snapped to him. "Mr. Myers, you think this is a joke," she said. "Wipe that grin off your face before I hold you in contempt. You'll get your turn." Jasmine presented a grainy security tape, overlooked by police. It showed Caleb entering the basement at 2:41 p.m. He strolled out at 3:09. 2 minutes later, the building became an inferno. As the video played, Caleb watched, unblinking. A faint smile curled his lips, like he was admiring his work. Judge Carter's eyes narrowed. "Mr. Myers, you're watching yourself walk out of a death trap," she said. "And you're smiling. Explain this and don't waste my time." Caleb's voice oozed arrogance. "I gave them what they wanted, a story, a savior," he said. "They ate it up. 600 Zalozin, book deals, TV interviews. Those 17 nobodies, they wouldn't matter if I hadn't made it a spectacle. I gave Denver hope." The gallery erupted in disgust. Judge Carter slammed her gavel. "You think fame justifies murder," she roared. "Sit down and shut up." The evidence piled higher. Recovered system logs showed Caleb's access code. It disabled gas pressure alarms and safety valves. Daniel Frey, a former maintenance tech, took the stand. His voice trembled. "Caleb told me to skip the system check that day," he said. "He bought me lunch, talked about family time. He wanted me gone so he could tamper with the system." Judge Carter leaned in. "Mr. Frey, you're saying he deliberately kept you away from that basement?" she asked. "You're sure?" Daniel nodded. "Yes, Your Honor. He planned it. Then came the bombshell Caleb's journal, seized from his home. Its pages held a chilling confession. "They'll never suspect the hero," he wrote. "Create the crisis, then step in to save them. They'll beg to worship you." The courtroom froze as the words were read aloud. They revealed his role in the explosion. They exposed his twisted manipulation. Caleb had wormed into the lives of victims and their families. He offered comfort. He attended funerals. He counseled their grief. All while knowing he'd caused their pain, he became their rock, feeding off their gratitude to cement his myth. But Caleb's scheme was meticulous. Anyone who grew suspicious met a calculated fate. A neighbor questioned his basement visits. Discredited with planted rumors of theft, a maintenance worker noticed odd logs, framed for a workplace accident that cost him his job. A journalist dug too close, slandered online until her career crumbled. Caleb didn't need to kill. He destroyed lives with whispers, setups, and lies. He ensured his secret stayed buried. Judge Carter's voice shook with fury. "Oh, Mr. Myers, you orchestrated death, then played comforter to the broken," she said. "You silenced anyone who sniffed the truth? Have you no shame?" Caleb adjusted his tie, unfazed.
They needed a hero, I gave them a fire. What's wrong with that? A bunch of idiots. All this city.
The gallery's outrage exploded. Shouts echoed until Carter's gavel silenced them. "You're a disgrace," she spat. "Caleb Myers, you're remanded into custody for arson, manslaughter, and fraud. Get him out of here." That night, Caleb's bronze statue in Civic Square was toppled. It was defaced with graffiti by a furious crowd. They screamed, "He burned our trust," but Denver stood divided. A fervent group clung to their idol. They waved banners with Caleb's face. They shouted, "It's a setup." They insisted he was framed. Their faith was unshaken despite the journal's damning words. Fists flew. Police lines formed. The city split, half consumed by rage, half blinded by loyalty to a ghost. Jasmine Cole left the courtroom, hands trembling but head high. When asked if she regretted exposing a man so many still defended, she spoke. "The fire took our homes, but his lies took my legs," she said. "If I had to crawl through the ashes to bring him down, I would do it again. Every single time." Caleb Myers didn't just ignite a building. He torched a city's unity, manipulating grief for glory. As Judge Helen Carter's gavel fell, Denver stood fractured. One side scorned a villain. The other clung to a fallen god. The truth had burned through his lies, but it couldn't mend a city torn apart. And what do you think about this case? Please comment and let me know.